done anything.
Do you think that's why
I refused to sign the very explosive. The Auditor General is going to come up with a report on Arror, Kimwarer, and Itare dams, because it's only Itare dam where those Italian contractors have done 26%. Arror, they contract those Italians, and they were paying billions. They only put in a container. In Kimwarer, nothing has ever happened, because even the report that came, it has a faults underneath. You can't do it. We can't do the dam there. So remember, he has been doing those things, meetings with the Italian Prime Minister, the President. On 3 occasions, I was invited to accompany the team, but I had read the file, and I just felt, no, it's not possible. And then Head of Public Service writes to me a letter that the delegation which is going to go there is going to be led by Adil Kawanja, which is one of those very close friends of the President, the chairman of Safaricom Limited, and then the then DPP, Nurdin Haji, and the former Solicitor General. I assigned some other state councils. I said, what is this? But the country is losing, or has lost actually, over 38 billion shillings. And they still, later they wanted me to sign. I said, I can't. I cannot append my signature, not on this.
Can you substantiate all of these allegations that you're making?
Fortunately, I have them on record.
You have paper trail. I
have paper trail. You know, I knew what I was doing. Contrary to what William Ruto may have thought, I am not the kind of person I keep records, and I have all of them. In fact, on soft.
Okay. As Gabi is saying here, invite him another time, because I can't even work. I'm just listening to him explain things. We have about 10 minutes. Mariam, there was a question about... Oh, sorry, you're going to ask something.
No, it's just the level of rot that you're exposing is quite high level. It's deep-rooted, deep-seated. Some people would be, you are privy to it. It's only now from the outside that it's a problem.
Yeah, he said it's because he's a gentleman.
Yes, and you said it's because you're a gentleman, but it's hard not to
question.
Yeah.
But you know, like now that one, a role.
Yeah.
You know, it is so obvious the Auditor General is going to find out. That's the appropriate office.
Yes.
But because I'm sure the Auditor General is going to ask what was the opinion of the Attorney General.
But were you also, didn't you advise around taxes and SHA? Were you part of, in a sense, the rot that you're exposing?
Let me tell you about this, not just SHA, the 4 laws. When the cabinet memo was brought to us, one morning we were in Kakamega State Lodge for a cabinet meeting by Nakumicha. She brought me like this. I told her, what is this? I cannot sign a cabinet memo just like this. This is not the way to go about it. She told me, CS National Treasurer has already signed. I said, it doesn't matter. She ran to the President, who was then with his Deputy Rigiji at Kakamega State Lodge. Then they called me, and I go and I tell them, you know, we cannot do cabinet memos this way. The cabinet, even the cabinet secretary, even the AG, it's not just the AG, it is the office. There are people, and I told you, various departments who have to check through. And there's a lot of consultation. Occasionally, you will sit about 3, 4, 5 people, and I want to know, why did you arrive at this? Why did you yourself, why is it you prefer this? So that we come up with sound legal advice. Now, I'm told, sign. So when she went and reported the President and his deputy, I told them, no, you know what? I can't sign. The President played with me, he told me, you know, JB, we promised people universal health coverage, what? I said, yeah, I am sympathetic to that, because for me, it's good for the citizens of this country. But I told him, but you know, this procedure is not right. And besides, I've seen something that purports to be draft bills. If I am going to agree to sign the CAB memo, these draft bills must be forwarded to me as Attorney General to review them with clear drafting instructions as what it is each bill hopes to achieve. That's 2 weeks ago. When this is the process of interviewing chairperson for the IEBC, There's a lady who actually admitted. She's called, she said her name, Wajiko Manegene, one of the candidates. She admitted, you can check, that she says among the consultants she has done with the government is that she is part of the team that drafted the health laws. And she was asked, then you drafted? She said, yes. And after that, where did you take them? We took them to Parliament. You know, took this, for me, it came as a surprise because I was going I was still going to reveal to the world that I never took part. But she actually did it for me. That I kept telling people those bills did not come through the AG's office. Because remember, even the Council of Governors and a lot of issues with them. And that also some of the things I was pointing out to the president and his deputy then at Kakamega.
Is this evidence you're willing to share?
Yeah.
About the not
about some of the several views you've held.
Yeah.
And any of the allegations, you can share them with us.
Like which one? Now that one, that one, you know, I don't even have to because
some of it, like the Kakamega one, for example. Can you share that?
You see that one? It is those bills. Okay. They never came through the office of the Attorney General. And we have a fully fledged legislative drafting department of highly competent Kenyans. Some of them 20, 30 years experience in legislative drafting. Very, very highly regarded even within the Commonwealth. But people want to bypass that because of, of course, partisan vested interests. No wonder. Later we come to hear about 104 billion project.
Are there people in cabinet who share the same views that you share, and they're currently in cabinet right now?
I don't know.
You must know.
You know, many of them are very timid. They will not want to. They don't want to speak. In fact, some of them don't want to pick my calls, even on WhatsApp. They are too scared. Many of the cabinet secretaries who are there, they don't want to pick my calls even on WhatsApp. They are too scared that they might be found to have spoken to me. You know, and I know some others who are telling me, please, just get somebody to call
on your behalf.
On your behalf, then we can talk on the other. I mean, so what does that tell you? William Ruto has instilled such fear in the entire cabinet that people don't want to speak. And no, it is live and let live.